নমস্কাৰ সকলোকে এই শ্ৰেণীকোঠালৈ আমি আদৰণি জনাইছো I take the privilege of welcoming all the students to this online class of HS second year, the subject being commercial statistics and mathematics, which in short we all know we call it CMST. Dear students, since you have already learnt this subject in your HS first year class, you know that the CMST paper has got two parts. The first part is of 60 marks comprising of the CM part, that is the commercial mathematics, and baki 40 number statistics part to thake. And ajir ei prothom class to moi statistics part to re arambho koribole bisarisu. Statistics part to loi joar agote HS first year ot tumaloke jikhini bostu hikisila tare okoman bostu moi okoman brush up kori dibo bisarisu karon tar logote amar ei gutei second year or bostu kini related hoi ase ami jodi monot pelao first year or statistical investigation chapter 2 loi, that is a very important chapter which we had learned. A statistical investigation chapter of ami ki dhorone তথ্য গুটাই অর্থাৎ আমি ডেটা কালেক্ট করি কি ধরনে আমি ডেটা খিনি লগত ডিল করো স্ট্যাটিস্টিক্স সাবজেক্ট টু ডেটা খিনি আমি কেনেকে ডিল করো how we deal with statistical data we had learned in our statistical investigation part. And in your first year class, you had learned about the two different stages of statistical investigation. That is the planning stage, in which we plan the entire statistical investigation, and then the execution part, in which we really go out to the field for execution of whatever has been planned in the planning stage. Now, we will not go into the details because this is what you have already learned in your first year class. First year already আমি এখিনি বস্তু পঢ়িছো just মই তোমালোকক second year or লগত link up কৰিব কাৰণে আমি কথাখিনি ইয়াতে অকমান খালি অনুকিয়াই দিছো execution stage of আসলমতে আসল statistical investigation to আৰম্ভ হয় আৰু এই execution stage of আমি প্ৰথম কামটো কি কৰিছো তোমালোকে যদি অলপ চিন্তা কৰিছো it was collection of data আমি ফিল্ডলে উলাই গৈ পেলাই data collect কৰিছিলো data খিনি collect কৰি আনাৰ পিছতে what we have to do data খিনি আনিয়ে আমি ব্যৱহাৰ কৰিব নোৱাৰো we have to edit the data আমি data editing কৰো editing of data অৰ্থাৎ raw data খিনি আমাৰ কিমান প্ৰযোজ্য হ'ব আমি সেই data খিনি ব্যৱহাৰ কৰিব পাৰিম তাতে গুটেইখিনি আমাক লগা বস্তু আছে নে নাই সেই বস্তুখিনি চাবৰ কাৰণে আমি কি কৰো এডিট কৰো অদৰকাৰী বস্তু আমি নোহোৱা কৰো আৰু যদি কিবা দৰকাৰী বস্তু লাগে আমি আকৌ ফিল্ডলৈ গৈ আকৌ কেতিয়াবা কালেকচন কৰিবলগীয়া হ'ব পাৰে third stage ত আমি কি কৰিছিলো we had classified the data আমাৰ ইনভেষ্টিগেচনৰ প্ৰয়োজন অনুসাৰে আমি ডেটাখিনি ক্লাসিফাই কৰো ক্লাসিফিকেশন শ্ৰেণীকৰণ কৰো ক্লাসিফিকেশনৰ পিছত আমি কি কৰিছিলো টেবুলেশন কৰিছিলো আমি ডেটাখিনি দুনিয়াকে তালিকাকৰণ অৰ্থাৎ টেবুলেশন কৰো আৰু তাৰ পিছত আমি কি কৰিছিলো প্ৰেজেন্টেশন অফ ডেটা আমি প্ৰেজেন্টেশন অফ ডেটা কৰিছিলো আৰু HS first year ত তোমালোকে এইখিনি বস্তু পঢ়িছা presentation we talked about graphical presentation we talked about diagrammatic presentation we talked about tabulation or tabular presentation itia tar pisor jitu stage fifth stage or pisor jitu stage execution or the khini bostu itia ami ki korim and this forms the most important part of statistics that is after the presentation of data comes analysis of data বিশ্লেষণ আমি যে ডেটা খিনি কালেক্ট কৰি আনিলো আনি পেলাই আমি ডায়াগ্ৰাম আঁকিলো গ্ৰাফ আঁকিলো তাৰ পিছত আমি কিতিয়াবা এনালাইসিস কৰিব ট্ৰাই কৰো হায়াৰ লেভেল স্ট্যাটিস্টিক্স এনালাইসিস অফ ভিতৰত অৰ্থাৎ এনালাইসিস অফ ডেটাৰ ভিতৰত যিখিনি বস্তু আমি শিকিবলগীয়া এইখিনি আমাৰ HS second year ক্লাছত আছে First year of তোমালোকে presentation লকে শিকিলা এতিয়া second year of analysis of data যিমান ধৰণৰ টেকনিক আৰম্ভণিৰ কাৰণে যিখিনি প্ৰয়োজন the preliminary analysis techniques we will learn in the HS second year CMST paper in the statistics part rather. So when we go to analysis of data, in your course we will learn about 4 different techniques. The first one will be measures of averages, or we sometimes also call measures of central tendency. This is the first chapter you are going to learn, which we will discuss today. The second chapter being measures of dispersion. This is another technique of analysis of data. The third chapter we are going to learn is about correlation analysis. This is another very important analysis technique used in all kind of statistical study. And the fourth is what is known as the theory of probability. Theory of probability. These are the 4 chapters which will comprise of 40 marks, which you have to study in your HS second year. So today we shall start with measures of averages. So the word average, আমি অসমীয়াত গড় বুলি কওঁ গড় এই এভাৰেজ বস্তুটো আমি ইমান দিনে ক্লাছ 5 মানৰ পৰা পঢ়ি আহিছো 10খন পেপাৰত এজন ষ্টুডেন্টে ইমানখিনি নম্বৰ পালে তেওঁৰ গড় নম্বৰ কিমান বা এভাৰেজ মাৰ্কস কিমান সো এভাৰেজ বুলি ক'লে ইউজুৱেলি আমি কি বুঝো ইট ইজ আ ৰিপ্ৰেজেন্টেটিভ ভ্যালু আজি যদি তোমালোকক কোনবাই সোধে যে হাই সেকেন্ডাৰী মেট্ৰিক পৰীক্ষাত তুমি কিমান নম্বৰ পাইছিলা তুমি নকোৱা যে ইংৰাজীত মই 42 পাইছিলো অসমীয়াত মই 90 পাইছিলো সায়েন্সত মই 50 পাইছিলো সোশ্যাল ষ্টাডিজত মই 90 পাইছিলো আমি এনেকে নকৈ কি কৰো যে কও যে মই 75% পাইছিলো Yes, what is this 75? 75 is nothing but a representative value or a representation of your mark sheet. আমি যে টেন্ডুলকাৰৰ কথা কওঁ যে তেওঁ কেনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ ব্যাটসম্যান বুলি ক'লে আমি কি কওঁ we will just think about যে টেন্ডুলকাৰে 16 বছৰ বয়সৰ পৰা ৰিটায়াৰমেন্টলৈকে কিমান ম্যাচ খেলিলে আৰু কিমান নম্বৰ তেওঁ কিমান ৰান কৰিলে আমি প্ৰত্যেকটো স্কোৰ আমি মনত ৰাখা নাই কিন্তু ষ্টুডেন্টস বিলাকে মোক কয় যে টেন্ডুলকাৰৰ এভাৰেজ স্কোৰ বুলে 44 তাৰমানে 44 is a representative score of Tendulkar as a batsman and it seems that it is a very good score. I do not know much about cricket but it says that experts say that this is a very good representation of his entire career. So we understand that averages are nothing but representative values. And this average we are students of statistics or mathematics and we have been using it calculating but you will be very glad to know that this average বা গড় এই বস্তুটো এই টেকনিকটো প্ৰত্যেকজন মানুহে সদায় ব্যৱহাৰ কৰি আহিছে কিন্তু কি হয় আমি গমেই নাপাওঁ আমি যদি এজন ৰিক্সা চালককো সোধো যে আপোনাৰ ইনকাম কিমান তাকো বাইদেউ হ'ব আৰু মাহে 1000 টকা মান হ'ব বা ডেইলি যদি কয় যে ডেইলি মই 50 টকা মান ইনকাম হয় তাৰ মানে কি 30 দিনৰ প্ৰত্যেক দিনাই তেওঁ 50 টকা ইনকাম কৰিছে নেকি নাই কৰা কোনবা দিনা তেওঁ 100 টকাও কৰিছে কোনবা দিনা তেওঁ 20 টকাও হ'ব পাৰে কোনবা দিনা এক্স্যাক্টলি 50 হ'ব পাৰে কোনবা দিনা 49 rupees হ'ব পাৰে তাৰ মানে কি হয় যে এটা আমি ভ্যালু জাস্ট ৰিপ্ৰেজেন্ট কৰিবৰ কাৰণে কওঁ যে আমি এটা ওভাৰঅল পিকচাৰ পাব পাৰো of what that person is trying to say about a series of values actually আৰু এই বস্তুখিনিকে আমি average খিনিকে ইতিয়া তোমালোকে সৰুতে যেতিয়া পঢ়িছিলা you call them the averages আৰু ইতিয়া আমি যেতিয়া অলপ statistically যেতিয়া আমি পঢ়িবলৈ গৈছো we will call them the measures of central tendency measures of central tendency অর্থাৎ কেন্দ্রীয় প্রবণতার মাপ আমি গড় বুলি নকই এতিয়া আমি কেন্দ্রীয় প্রবণতার মাপ বুলি কও তার মানেটো এনেকুৱা যে এই এভারেজ জিবোৰ ভ্যালু সেই ভ্যালু বিলাকক আমি যদি এটা নাম্বার লাইনত যেতিয়া আমি স্প্রেড কৰি দিম সেই নাম্বার লাইনত স্প্রেড কৰিলে you will find that these measures these averages will have the tendency of remaining in the middlemost part of the distribution itiale okoman ami mathematically bostu khini bujibo jodi chesta koru supposing we have a variable x eta salo is x or kisuman value ase x1 x2 etc up to xn n the value say n is a number it might be 10 it might be 5 it might be 100 it might be 50 any number of values yes or you can just refer to your mark sheet x1 is your marks in english x2 is your marks in say economics x3 is your marks in business studies etc you place the marks and supposing we have arranged them in order of magnitude that is horur pa dangorole ba dangoror pa horule in ascending or descending order of magnitude ami ki korisu ei x or map man khini ami khojai loisu loi pele ami sobe number line or kotha janu if this is the number line supposing this is x1 x2 x3 etc up to xn iman khini jodi item ami number line ot disu কি হবো এই যেটা আমি এভারেজ টু লিয়াম এই এভারেজ ভ্যালু টু কিটাও এই কোণাটোত আহি নপৰে এভারেজ ভ্যালু টু এই কোণাটোত আমি বিচাৰি নাপাও কিন্তু it will have the tendency of lying in the central part যেনেকে মই যদি পৰীক্ষাত এখন পেপাৰ মোৰ লিষ্ট নম্বৰটো 40 আৰু এখনত 95 তেতিয়া হলে মই যেতিয়া গড় উলিয়াম এভারেজ যেতিয়া উলিয়াম the average to kitao 90 no hoy ba kitao 42 ba 45 no hoy it will be somewhere here in the middle part in this part hodai gor ami jiman gor map ami uliam average man ami bahut kita average pohim syllabus ot ase এই average khini pohunte ami dekhim je ami he map to kitao number line dalor kono eta extremities at na pao but they will have the tendency of lying in the central most part of the distribution and that is why we call them the measures of central tendency and this is a very important question for your exam also what are averages or what are measure of averages and why do we call them the measures of central tendency. So it comes as a 2 to 3 marks question. You should write this properly. Says jehetu ei mankhinir kendriyo bhabe thokar eta probonota thake they have the tendency of lying in the central most part that is why we call them the measures of central tendency. Next comes for a particular measure of central tendency to be a good measure and bahut ami tomake ami jimane akbar hijam gom paba bahut dhoroner measure ami porhim kuntu measure bhal kuntu measure is more useful tare karone kisman boikhishto thakibo lagibo there has to be certain basic characteristics for a particular measure of average to be a good average aru hetu hol ami characteristics of an ideal measure of central tendency boli kau characteristics of an ideal measure of central tendency by ideal average অর্থাৎ এটা ভাল ভ্যালু পাবো কারণে ভাল রিপ্রেজেন্টেটিভ ভ্যালু পাবো কারণে as এটা এভারেজ ভ্যালুৰ বা এটা গড় মাপৰ কেনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ বৈশিষ্ট্য থাকিব লাগিব প্ৰথম কথা হ'ল যে এটা যদি এভারেজ খুব টান হয় মানুহে বুজি নাপায় অকল সায়েন্টিস্ট আৰু ম্যাথমেটিশিয়ানে বুজি পায় কেনেকুৱা হলেতো নহব কি হ'ব লাগিব ইট শুড বি simple to to understand. Because I already কৈছোৱে যে common মানুহেও এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ টেকনিকবোৰ ব্যৱহাৰ কৰে অকল mathematician statistician আৰু physicist measures of central tendency use নকৰে আমি সকলোৱে প্ৰত্যেক খুজতে আমি এবোৰ measure use কৰি আহো আৰু সেই গতিকে simple সহজ হোৱাটো বুজিবলৈ সহজ হোৱাটো অতি দৰকাৰ তাৰ পিছৰ characteristic বা বৈশিষ্ট্যটো হ'ল যে it should be easy to calculate calculation or যিবোৰ formula থাকিব যিবোৰ পদ্ধতি থাকিব সেই formula বোৰ যাতে easy হয় calculation to যাতে easy হয় that is a very very important characteristics of an ideal measure of average তাৰ পিছৰ কথাটো হ'ল যে it should be based on all the observations যিমান observation আছে প্ৰত্যেকটো observation আমি তাতে formula use কৰোতে use হ'ব লাগিব it should be based on all the observations যে মই ইংৰাজীত বহুত কম পালো হেতু বাদ দি পালে বাকি কেটাৰ পৰা মই মোৰ গড়টো উলিয়াই থৈ দিলো নহব যিখিনি প্ৰয়োজনীয় ভেৰিয়েবল ভ্যালুজ থাকিব প্ৰত্যেকটা আমি যেতিয়া মাপ উলিয়াম গড় মাপ উলিয়াম প্ৰত্যেকটো যাতে ব্যৱহাৰ হয় ফৰ্মুলাটো সেই ধৰণে তৈয়াৰী হ'ব লাগিব 4 নম্বৰ পইণ্টটো হ'ল it should be capable of further algebraic treatment অৰ্থাৎ আমি যদি কোনো এটা মান উলিয়াইছো কোনো এটা এভাৰেজ যদি আমি ক্যালকুলেট কৰি উলিয়াইছো সাপোজিং we have calculated a measure called arithmetic mean এই arithmetic mean to এনেকুৱা এটা absolute value হ'ব নালাগিব which cannot be added or subtracted or divided or multiplied algebraic treatment মানে it should be such a measure of average or central tendency should be such that you can either multiply or divide or add or subtract it with each other or with some other constants. That is very, very important characteristic of an ideal measure. Apart from that, we go to the next point, point number 5. Point number 5, what আমি কম যে it should not be unduly affected. It should not be unduly affected by extreme values. Extreme values means the values in the two extremities, the lowest and the highest value. Lowest or highest value at a measure of central tendency by average of কিতিয়াও বহুত বেসিকে এফেক্ট কৰিব নোৱাৰিব আনডিউ এফেক্ট থাকিব নোৱাৰিব ইতিয়া কেনেকুৱা হয় যে আমাৰ যদি এজন ষ্টুডেন্টৰ লিষ্ট মাৰ্ক টু 40 আৰু হাইয়েষ্ট মাৰ্ক টু 90 no doubt this 40 and 90 আৰু বাকিখিনি ধৰক আমাৰ মাজত কিছুমান ইয়াৰে মাজত কিছুমান ভ্যালু আছে কিন্তু আমি যেতিয়া এভাৰেজ টু ক্যালকুলেট কৰি উলিয়াম এনেকুৱা হ'ব নালাগিব যে 40 বা 90 এর এফেক্ট বহুত বেশি বা বহুত কম হেনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ হ'ব নালাগিব কাৰণ 40 এর এফেক্ট বেশি হলে তেওঁৰ এভাৰেজ মাৰ্ক টু 40 এর ওচৰত থাকি যাব 90 এর এফেক্ট বেশি হলে তেওঁৰ এভাৰেজ মাৰ্ক টু 90 এর ওচৰত থাকি যাব কিন্তু আমি যেতিয়া মেজার অফ সেন্ট্রাল টেন্ডেন্সি কথা কৈছো আমি কৈছিলো যে মিডল মোস্ট পাৰ্টত হে a measure to thakibo so undue effect of extreme values is not expected from a good or ideal measure of central tendency the next point is that it should not be unduly affected by sampling fluctuations We have already learned about sampling in your first year class, so you know what is sampling. And sampling fluctuations mane kenekwa ekhini moi oloman bujai disu. Amar eta population ase, supposing we have a population of 100 students. We have a population consisting of 100 students. And I take samples. I want to take a sample of size, say 20, to calculate the mean height of this 100 students. I do not have much time. I cannot go for census survey, if you remember what is census survey. But I will go for a sample survey by taking 20 students and taking their heights and then finding out the average height. Here what happens, supposing I take 20 students from 100 students, I get a mean, say I call it x1 bar. Tarpisot moi ki korilo, a 20 student is more sample at lolu, moi dekhilu je gutei bor lora ahise swali khub kom ase. I want to make some changes. I want to do some fluctuation. So what I do, moi kejonman lorar change kori kejoniman swali bhorai jodi lo, titia hole aru eta moi beleg eta sample pam. Ei sample tur jodi moi mean to liam, supposing that is x2 bar. Yes, ei dutar majot ki hoise je sample size to eke ase, kintu tar majot sampling unit ketar okoman changes ahise. Moi karbak khumoaisu, karbak buliaisu, ako eneke eta moi third sample lobo paro, jot ako moi kisuman odol bodol korisu, kisuman fluctuation korisu, aru heitu sample or moi mean paisu x3 bar. 18 tar majot nichchoy অলপ ডিফারেন্স আহিব যে একেবারে তিনটা সমান হ'ব এনেকুৱা নহয়, সমান নহব পাৰে, কিন্তু সেই ডিফারেন্স যেটো বৈষম্য যেটো থাকিব সেইটো বহুত ডাঙৰ বৈষম্য হ'ব নোৱাৰিব। তাৰ মানে আমি এটোৱে বুজিলো যে এভাৰেজ ক্যালকুলেট কৰিব কাৰণে যিবোৰ আমি ফৰ্মুলা ইউজ কৰিম, সেই ফৰ্মুলাখিনি হিমানখিনি ষ্টেবল হ'ব লাগিব, হিমানখিনি developer capacity থাকিব লাগিব, হে ফৰ্মুলা বুৰৰ capacity থাকিব লাগিব যে আমি sampling fluctuation কৰিলেও যাতে value বুৰত বহুত ডাঙৰ undue effect নপৰে. That is another very very big concern. আৰু সবতকে ডাঙৰ কথাটো হ'ল it should be rigidly defined. মানে যেটো definition, যেটো mathematical definition, সেই definition to খুব rigid হ'ব লাগিব, স্পষ্ট হ'ব লাগিব, rigid হ'ব লাগিব। মোৰ কেনেবাকে মন গৈছে মই বদলাই দিছো, আনেজনৰ মন গৈছে বদলাই দিছে, হেতু কিন্তু it is not allowed. We will have to follow a very rigid definition. Code plus korim, code minus korim, kak lom, kak no lom, code divide korim, code multiply korim. Everything is very well designed and we have to follow those rigid definitions. We cannot go by whatever we want to do. The question comes as, it's a very straight question, what are the characteristics of an ideal measure of central tendency? So it comes for 5 to 6 marks. So you should write down all these points. And it's very easy, you can prepare your answer that way. Then comes the different measures of central tendency. Measures of central tendency by average or bitor ki measure ami porhim. Broadly speaking, we will divide into two broad type of measures. The first being the mathematical measures and the second being the positional measures. These are the two basic divisions of the measures of central tendency, mathematical measures and positional measures. Under mathematical measure, we have the very famous and most commonly used measure known as the arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean. We call in short it is called AN. The second one being geometric mean. And the third one being harmonic mean. In short, we call it HM. Arithmetic meanok ki ko samantor madhya, geometric meanok ko ami guণাত্তৰ madhya, aru harmonic meanok ami ko haratmok madhya. Ei tinta hol mathematical measures. Aru positional measure bitorat ase median, aru medianok ami usually m ba ami m e re kitiaba denote koru. Aru 2 number positional measure to hol mode. Mode of ami m suffix o ba z usually ei dutare ami denote koru. Itia medianok অসমীয়াত কি বুলি কয় মাধ্য বুলি কয় আৰু মডক আমি বহুলক বুলি কওঁ এতিয়া প্ৰত্যেকটো মেজার আমি যেতিয়া পঢ়িবলৈ যাম তেওঁলোকক আমি এটা এটাকৈ সেপাৰেটলি each one separately we will go into details এতিয়া কথাটো হ'ল যে এই তিনিটাকটো আমি mathematical measure বুলি কিয় কৈছো আৰু বাকি দুটাক আমি positional measure বুলি কিয় কৈছো এই তিনিটা measure যিকোনো এটা distribution তাৰ কাৰণে যেতিয়া আমি ক্যালকুলেট কৰিবলৈ যাওঁ আমি যেতিয়া arithmetic mean geometric mean বা harmonic mean উলিয়াবলৈ খোজো যিকোনো এটা ভেৰিয়েবল x ৰ কাৰণে তেতিয়ালে কি হয় আমি ডাইৰেক্টলি গৈ গ্ৰাফিক্যালি আমি ৰিপ্ৰেজেন্ট কৰিব নোৱাৰো গ্ৰাফৰ পৰা আমি ভ্যালু উলিয়াব নোৱাৰো ভ্যালু উলিয়া আমি গ্ৰাফত প্লট কৰিব পাৰো that is the mathematical measures cannot be directly calculated from graphs. We have to calculate them using the different formula we have for each one of them. And then maybe if we want to plot it in a graph that is different. And the positional measures, however, apart from being calculated from mathematical formula, we can also find them from graphs. We can position them from the graph and then we can also find it using formula. Amane ei tinta ami formula re uliabo paro aru ei duta ami formula diu calculate koribo paro aru ami graph aki palayo calculate koribole paro. So we will learn about all these 5 measures separately one by one. Aru prottekto measure pohunte what we are going to do is first we will learn about the definition. Prottekto measure ami definition পঢ়িব লাগিব, mathematical formula পঢ়িব লাগিব, merits and demerits পঢ়িব লাগিব আৰু লগতে যদি properties আছে properties পঢ়িব লাগিব আৰু তাৰ পিছত হল mathematical application অৰ্থাৎ অংক কৰিব জানিব লাগিব। এই পাঁচটা measure equally important from your examination point of view. Again, before going to the different measures in detail, one by one, I would like to just brush up another topic which you have already learned in your first year class. That is different kind of distribution. That is very important because every time when we take up any measure and we try to deduce their formula, you have to know the different kind of series which we rather call series, or you may call it a distribution also. It is very, very important that you remember the different type of series. Series basically we have 2 types, discrete series and continuous series. I think you remember, you learned it in your HS first year CMST. So in discrete series ki hoy, discrete series kon dekha enekua hoy je x se kisuman specific value loise, x takes some specific values, x1, x2, x3, x4, etc. up to xn. These are all values. Yes? So when x takes specific values, we call that to be a discrete series. আৰু যদি তাৰ লগত দুটা বস্তু থাকিব discrete series খন আকো দুই ধৰণৰ হ'ব পাৰে it might be a non frequency distribution or it might be a frequency distribution অৰ্থাৎ যদি x series খন এইখন যদি মই x series লৈছো যে অকল কিছুমান x ৰ ভ্যালু দিয়া আছে তাৰ লগত আৰু বেলেগ একো দিয়া নাই কোনো ধৰণৰ frequency কথা কোৱা নাই we will call it a non frequency discrete distribution কিন্তু যদি x ৰ ভ্যালুবোৰৰ লগত তাৰ কিছুমান frequency দিয়া থাকে অৰ্থাৎ আমি যদি এনেকুৱাকে কওঁ যে x1 x2 etc up to xn is a series of values for the variable x taking frequencies f1 f2 etc up to fn then this entirely together taken together becomes a frequency distribution and since discrete values of x are given we will call it a discrete frequency distribution. Next, when we go to continuous distribution, continuous distributions are such when you do not get specific or discrete values of the variable x. X or value x1, x2, x3 enake diya na thaki class interval hisabe diya thakibo. You are given a class interval. Yes? And in that case, it is said to be a continuous distribution. Ami jetia podhim continuous distribution and ami non-frequency kotha noko, we will talk about continuous frequency. But sometimes it is also referred to as grouped distribution. Jetia frequency diya thakibo, it will be called as grouped or continuous frequency distribution. Itia ami dekhisu je class interval bur kitaba enekuake diya thake 10 to 19 20 to 29 30 to 39 40 to 49 and so on maybe with respective frequencies moi ate value diya nai moi kosu je f1 f2 etc up to say fn are the different frequencies related to each class yate ami ki dekhisu je the upper limit of the preceding class and the lower limit of the succeeding class are not equal. Yes, such kind of continuous distributions are known as inclusive distributions or inclusive series, whatever you call. All right? Again, sometimes you might have a class interval in which the intervals are given as 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40 and so on with respective frequencies maybe f1, f2 etc up to fn. Here what you see, the upper limit of the preceding class and the lower limit of the succeeding class are equal. In such cases we will call this kind of a continuous distribution to be an exclusive distribution. Yes? So these are the different types of continuous distribution. Again, we will talk of another type of distribution in which you might find it like this. Class intervals given as below 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, and then it is written above 40. Yes? What is the difference between the other two and this distribution? And obviously some frequencies will be given. Respective frequencies will always be given along with the classes, say f1, f2, etc. up to fn. So dear children, do you find any difference between this type of a class and the ones we have already discussed, inclusive and exclusive distribution? The difference is that here you see the first class and the last class are not defined. That means they are not closed. Below 10, it's not given it is 0 to 10 or 5 to 10, whatever, and even above 40. That is, the two ends are open. Such type of distributions are known as open-end distribution. It might be open on both the ends, or it might be such that you have open end, supposing it is given as 0 to 10 and here it is written above 40. Here also we will call it an open end distribution, or it might be such that it is given to be below 10 here and highest class is say 40 to 50. In this case also we will call this type of a distribution to be an open-end distribution. So what we have learned here is, apart from the different measures which we already discussed, the 5 measures, the names of the 5 measures, we have learned about the different types of series. That is discrete series, which may be non-frequency discrete distribution, or it might be a discrete frequency distribution. Or you also know about the continuous distribution, in which it might be an exclusive distribution, or it might be an inclusive distribution, or it might be an open-end distribution. This prior knowledge is very, very important before we go to the different measures one by one. So first of all, I think we will start with arithmetic mean. The first measure of central tendency or average. This arithmetic mean you have already been using and you have already learned from your maybe from your middle school days, maybe from class 5 or 6. কিন্তু তেতিয়া আমি এটো এভারেজ বুলি কৈছিলো, কোনো ধৰণৰ arithmetic mean বা am বুলি নকৈ আমি এনে এভারেজ বুলি বহুত অংক কৰিছিলো. And now we will study is at arithmetic mean. So how do we define arithmetic mean? Arithmetic mean or AM may be defined as the ratio of the total of all the observations in a given series or given distribution to the total number of observations. Yes, so this is the definition of arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean may be defined as the ratio of the total sum total of all the observations. We can say total or sum total of all the observations in a given series to the total number of observations. Usually it is denoted by x bar, or you might say y bar. Yes, the variate which we are considering, we write in capital usually along with a bar on top of it. It might be x bar or y bar, etc. So mathematically, how will we write the formula for arithmetic mean? Arithmetic mean or mathematical formula to kenekwa hobo? Arithmetic mean will denote it by x bar. Yes, and then if we consider a series, x is a variate taking values x1, x2, etc. up to xn, then their arithmetic mean will be denoted by x bar. Alright, so now we will take up the different formula for arithmetic mean for the different kind of series we have already talked about. Yes, so we will go to the formula, mathematical formula for finding arithmetic mean. So the first formula we are going to discuss is about the non-frequency discrete distribution formula. That is, for a non-frequency discrete distribution, how are we going to write down the formula for arithmetic mean? And what is a non-frequency discrete distribution? Let x take values x1, x2, etc. up to xn. Yes, that is, you are given some discrete values of the variable x without any reference to any kind of frequency, etc. So we are calling it non-frequency. There is no reference of frequency. In that case, arithmetic mean is equal to x bar is, according to the definition, what is it? It is the ratio of the sum total of the given observations divided by the total number of observations. Here total number of observations is n. Yes? So in short, this can be written as x bar is equal to 1 by n summation over x. This is the formula for finding arithmetic mean in case of a non-frequency discrete distribution. Yes? Next we go to the second formula. That is the formula in case of a frequency, discrete frequency distribution. Yes? Discrete frequency distribution. That means you are given a discrete distribution along with its frequency. Discrete values of the variable x are given to you, and along with that you have frequencies associated. I think you know what is frequency. You have learnt in your first year class, that is x1 occurs f1 times, x2 occurs f2 times, xn occurs fn times. Yes? So we call this the respective frequencies for the varied values x1, x2, etc. up to xn. Here, to find out the arithmetic mean x bar, what we do, in the previous case we had just taken the sum total of the varied values of the x given to us. Here we have to multiply every x by the number of times it is occurring. That is f1 times x1 plus f2 times x2 plus etc. up to fn times xn divided by the total frequency f1 plus f2 plus etc. up to fn. Yes, so this can be written as in short, we can write this as x bar is equal to 1 by capital N summation of f into x. And what is n here? N, where n is the sum of all the frequencies. Summation f. Capital N is nothing but summation f, that is the total of all the frequencies given to us. This is the second formula. The first formula was x bar is equal to 1 by small n summation x. The second one is 1 by capital N summation fx. Now see a difference here. We have made use of small n. Here we are writing capital N. Do you find any difference? The difference is that for a discrete distribution, we shall use small n. Small n refers to the number of observations given to us. Yes? And for a discrete frequency distribution, we are making use of capital N. What is capital N? It is different from small n. Capital N refers to the total frequency. that is all the frequencies added together will give us capital N. Please don't confuse between small n and capital N while doing your sums. Now we go to the third formula, number 3, for a grouped or continuous, whatever you call it, grouped or continuous frequency distribution. Grouped or continuous frequency distribution. That is, if you are given some class intervals are given to you, say 0 to 10, 10 to 20, etc. Whatever, it might be an inclusive, it might be exclusive, it might be open-ended, any kind of class interval is given, and along with that you are given some frequencies, say f1, f2, etc. up to fn, such that summation f is equal to capital N. Yes, in that case also the formula remains the same like formula number B, that is 1 by capital N summation fx. The formula is the same, just as like the formula for discrete frequency distribution. The formula looks the same, but you don't have any x here, right? You have the class interval, you have frequency, f is fine, but what is x? So for a group frequency distribution, you have to write where x is nothing but the mean values of the class intervals, and capital N is equal to summation f. Now children, do you remember what is mean value? How to find mean value? We had learned that to find mean values, what we do? We add the lower limit and upper limit of a given class and then divide it by 2. So for this particular class, 0 plus 10 is 10, divided by 2 is 5. So mean value will be 5. For this class, 10 plus 20 is 30, divided by 2 is 15. So mean value will be 15. So all this will be nothing but x for this particular distribution. That is, for a grouped or continuous frequency distribution, x represents the x here in the formula represents the mean values of the classes. So the formula, though it looks the same, so you might be wondering what that, from where that x comes. Korpora x to ami ki koribo lagibo, a given distribution of our mean value uliyai palai ami onkotu koriboloi agbaribole lagibo. If you are given very huge values given to you, titia ki hoy a direct method or jiketa ami formula hikilu, say x bar is equal to 1 by n summation fx, by x bar is equal to 1 by n summation fx. This is summation x, this is summation fx, and number c is also the same like this. Yate ki hoy jodi x aru f buror value bur khub dangor hoy, that is, if the values of the variable x are very large or the associated frequencies are very large, calculation becomes very tedious. Khub dangor calculation hoy. Aru tumalukor high secondary final porikhat you will not be allowed to use the calculator. So you have to know some other methods also which will reduce your calculation, which will make your calculations easier. Alright? For that we will learn 2 more methods. The first one is known as the assume mean method. And the second one is known as the step deviation method. Let us start with the formula for assume mean method now. The formula for arithmetic mean is given by a plus 1 by n summation f d. Yes, you must be wondering what is this a and what is this d. When we do sums, it will be much more clear later. So, what is a here? A is the assumed mean. That is, from the given set of observations, that is from the mid values actually, we will consider for a class interval, for a continuous class, we will consider from the mid value, and if it is a discrete frequency distribution, from the middlemost value of x, we will take an assumed mean. The value of a will be taken from there. And then what is n? N is always summation f. And what is d? D is x minus a. The deviation of the variate value x with a for all the different values given to us. X or jiman মান দিয়া আছে প্ৰত্যেকটোৰ পৰা আমি x of a minus কৰি পালে যেটো ভ্যালু পাম হেতুৱে আমি d বুলি লম আৰু আমি a লওঁতে a ভ্যালুটো আমি লওঁতে কি কৰো আমি এনেকুৱা ধৰণে লওঁ যাতে summation d is equal to 0 হয় আমি এই d বিলাক যেতিয়া এড কৰিম এড কৰোঁতে summation d যেতিয়া 0 হ'ব তেতিয়া হলে আমি গম পাম যে আমাৰ অংকটো কৰাত সবতকে সহজ কেতিয়া হ'ব যেতিয়া আমি a টো তেনে ধৰণে আমি লৈ লম বা আমি ধৰি লম বা assume কৰি লম যে summation d to 0 হয় this is the formula for assume mean method what will happen when you do this when you do sums using this assume mean method what will happen your calculations will become easier alright so what happens the value will remain the same x bar ami direct method di korile z value pam assume mean method di korile ek value pam step deviation method di korile ek value pam kintu calculations bur সহজ হৈ যাব এটো আমি ক্লাছত পিছত আমি দেখাব step deviation method step deviation method. In this method, the formula used for finding x bar is like this. A plus 1 by n summation f d dash. This factor is multiplied by I. Yes? So, again here we have some new entities here, d dash and I will tell you what they are. So A, again here is the assume mean, same like the previous formula. Here instead of d, we are writing d dash. What is d dash? D dash is nothing but d divided by I. And what was d? D was x minus a by I. Alright? And what is I? I is the width of the class interval. Width mane ki? Class interval or width mane ki? The difference between the upper limit and the lower limit of a class gives us the width. Tamane amar jodi class interval to eneke diya ase 0 to 10, 10 to 20. So 10 minus 0 or 20 minus 10 which is equal to 10. So the value of I will be 10 here. This is the formula for finding the value of arithmetic mean using the step deviation method. You will find that while doing sums using step deviation method, your calculations will become very simple. Without the calculator also, you can very easily find the value of arithmetic mean either by using assume mean method or step deviation method. From your examination point of view, we always suggest that you have to look into the data set first and then decide what method you are going to use if it is not specifically mentioned in your question paper as to which method you are to use. You are free to use any method, but using step deviation method or the assume mean method will make your calculations easier, so you'll be saving time and you can be fast in your calculations. So dear students, this is all about the different formula which we are going to use while calculating arithmetic mean. That is the formula by direct method, then you have the formula for assumed mean method, and then you have the formula by step deviation method. So let us recapitulate as to what we had studied today. At the very beginning, we learnt about what measures of central tendency actually are and why are they called so. Why are averages known as measures of central tendency? Then we tried to study about the characteristics of a good measure of central tendency. That is, what a particular measure should have in it as basic characteristics. Orthat, eta bhal kor man hobo karone hobor babe kenekwa dhoroner boikhishto থাকিব লাগিব আমি হেখিনিৰ বিষয়ে আলোচনা কৰিলো তাৰ পিছত আমি ডিফারেন্ট টাইপ অফ মেজার্স অর্থাৎ কেন্দ্ৰীয় প্ৰৱণতা মানৰ কি মেজার আমি পঢ়িব লাগিব বা কি মেজার আছে আমি হেখিনি ডিসকাস কৰিলো পাঁচটা মেজাৰৰ কথা কলো ম্যাথমেটিক্যাল মেজার তিনটা arithmetic mean geometric mean harmonic mean আৰু পজিশনাল মেজার দুটা median আৰু mode তাৰ পিছত আমি অঙ্ক বা ফর্মুলালে যোৱাৰ আগত আমি কি বুজিব চেষ্টা কৰিছিলো যে ডিফারেন্ট কাইন্ড অফ সিরিজ ডিস্ট্রিবিউশন কেনে ধৰণৰ হ'ব পাৰে it might be a discrete distribution or it might be a continuous or grouped distribution the discrete distribution or কি হয় x or value বোৰ যদি স্পেসিফিক্যালি ডিসক্রিটলি দিয়া থাকে আমি discrete distribution বুলি কও আৰু যদি x variator value to discretely dia nathaki specifically dia nathaki jodi class interval hisabe dia thake tete ami continuous ba group frequency distribution boli ko aru logote ami ki kolu je discrete ei ho ba continuous ei ho it might be a frequency distribution or it might be a non frequency distribution tamane jodi eta discrete distribution or logot frequency associated hoi thake we will call it discrete frequency distribution আৰু যদি frequency associate হৈ না থাকে তেতিয়াহলে আমি কম non discrete non frequency distribution similarly for a continuous distribution be it inclusive be it exclusive or be it open end distribution যদি আমি তাৰ লগত frequency জড়িত হৈ থাকে তেতিয়াহলে আমি হেখনক কি বুলি কম এই distribution বা এই series খনক আমি কম যে it is a frequency grouped frequency distribution or continuous frequency distribution tar pisot ami arithmetic mean of define korilu it is the ratio of the sum total of the given observations to the number of observations given to us ami x bar di denote korisu aru arithmetic mean or ami direct method or formula keta pohilu under the two type of series that is discrete continuous discrete frequency distribution discrete non frequency distribution as well as continuous frequency distribution tar logote ami ki porilu assume mean method or khetrot ami ki formula byabohar korim assume mean method or formula ami study korilu for calculating arithmetic mean aru step deviation method or formula bikhoye ami kolu ei formula bur ami byabohar kori so in the next class we shall take up practical sums of arithmetic mean and then we shall proceed one by one with geometric mean harmonic mean median and mode and for arithmetic mean we also have to learn about its properties. There are some properties of arithmetic mean which are very important. We have to do sums for some of the properties and some of the properties you have to know for application and some properties you have to know for 1 mark or 2 mark questions that come in your exam which we shall discuss in the next class. So with this we wind up today's class. Hope you have enjoyed and learned something about measures of central tendency. আৰু আমি আকৌ লগ পোৱা আশাৰে এইখিনিতে আজি ক্লাছটো সামৰণি মাৰিছোঁ। ধন্যবাদ।